So in this video, I'm going to share some of my passive income sources with you in this video. We're going to break everything down for you to talk about how we're doing about a little bit over $30,000 a month in primarily passive income. We'll talk about some of the pros, cons of it, and how you can do something similar if you're interested into it, if you're finding some ways to make some money while you sleep, right? Because there's nothing better than wiping your ass and you're sitting on the toilet and you get a notification that you just made some money from something, right? Or you wake up in the morning and you made $100 last night. It's pretty fun. But you know, this is not a video to sound conceited. This is just to show you guys like what I've been doing so that maybe you can take something from this video, anything at all, and use it in your own sort of a way to make more money so that you can pay off your bills. You can do whatever you want with it, retire early, whatever it might be. Now look, I'm not selling anything. You guys probably know I don't sell anything on this channel or on my primary YouTube channel. I don't sell courses, I don't sell crap. Like all the money that I make is on the back end from pretty much everything that I do. That's pretty much my business model, and it's gonna stay like that so you guys can know and trust me that I'm not trying to like push you towards something or try to get you to like buy my online course to show you how to make money. That's not what we do here. So if you're new here to the channel, make sure you subscribe for more videos like this. We really focus on marketing on this channel, but let's kind of get into this in the meat and potatoes of what we wanted to discuss here, and really kind of 5 of my primary sources, 5 or 6 of my sources for passive income or relatively passive income. Now, as you might know, there's really 2 ways that you can make passive income, and I think a lot of people have misconceptions about this. They think that it's literally just free money coming in from doing absolutely nothing. But the truth is, passive income, to make it, you need to put something up front in order to make that. And it could be your time up front. So some of the sources that I have in this video are passively making me money now because I put in time. I put in 10, 100, 1,000 hours of work before, and then now it's making me money. So it doesn't feel like I'm working now. It's passive now. Or you're putting some other type of resource up front. So in most cases, this would be money. So you can have your money work for you. This is like investments, for example. If you have investments in the stock market, that would be a potential passive income source. Now, it doesn't have to be just money. It could be something like your property. You're renting out your land, and so you're putting your land up front so that people are paying you rent from that, right? But you have something, some type of resource that you're putting up front to then get an output of money that seems to be passive, that seems to be like you're not working for it. So just keep that in mind as you go forward with this journey of trying to make more money so that you can do whatever your heart desires, of pay your bills or retire, whatever it is, right? So one of the first sources that I think relates to a lot of people is actually just bank account interest. And this isn't like the best thing to do, but I know so many people who are just parking their money in like a 0.05% interest rate bank account at like Bank of America or like Wells Fargo or something. And look, I'm not a financial advisor, but if I have any spare cash, I'll put it in a high interest savings account. And today the high interest savings accounts are about like 1.8%. Earlier this year, they were roughly at about closer to 3%, right? So high interest savings accounts, they kind of are hand in hand with inflation, and the Fed is going to either slash rates or they're going to increase rates, and that's going to affect it. But either way, just from this, it averages to at least over $100 a month, between $100 and $200 per month, depending on the rates and depending on how much money I have in different bank accounts. But the point is that this money helps pay for my food. I probably pay $50 a week on my grocery bills. So the passive income from just having my money in something that's generating almost 2% per month pays for my food, which is nice. And you can take this on a smaller scale. If you put, $10,000 into a high interest savings account, then the annual money that you would make from that $10,000 is about $170 or $180 at like a 1.8% interest rate. So it's not very much, but it pays your Netflix bill. It might pay your water bill, whatever it is, just by doing that. Now, that's not like the best thing to do. And like I said earlier, I'm not a financial advisor, but it's a start. It's a way to start to make a little bit of money passively when you get that notification that you just made $100. It's kind of fun. So that's by making money work for you. And we'll talk about some other ones that I do as well. But let's talk about kind of like where the big chunk of this comes from. Some people are going to disagree with it, but I view it as pretty passive. I would say 80% passive. And that's actually YouTube income, ad revenue from my primary channel. So I'll actually just pull this up for you guys just because I have to show you, because I've done this before in the past, and like people called out and they said like, this can't be real, that doesn't add up. But this is just what I do on my channel. So I'll show you guys. I know it's kind of taboo to talk about money. I don't want this to come off in the wrong way, but so this is my YouTube studio account, right? So this is October You can see it's probably like $21,000 maybe. We can go to, I can't do this backwards, but we can look at some different months here too. So like, let's look at like, it's probably like the last 28 days. And it's about $20,000 or so from just ad revenue from my primary YouTube channel. Now, the reason why the ad revenue on this is kind of high is because I make very much informational, educational videos. So you'll see like a lot of people who make entertainment videos. Maybe your favorite YouTubers like Casey Neistat, or I don't know, like Cody Ko or something, or like Logan Paul. I don't know. But people who make entertainment videos on YouTube, generally their ad rates will be maybe like $3 or $4 per 1,000 views. Mine and a lot of other people who talk about informational stuff, kind of like the video that you're watching right now, the ad rates on it are very, very, very high compared to these other like entertainment-based ones. We get fewer views, but we get higher ad rates, and so it kind of balances out. And so that's why the ad rates are high. You can like look at other people who talk about this in sort of like the financial niche or the educational niche on YouTube, and you'll find that the ad rates are relatively high. So about $20,000, a little bit over that from ad revenue. I think December is going to be closer to like $25,000 or $30,000 in ad revenue from this channel, or from my primary channel. This channel here makes like $300, $350 a month. But it is primarily passive. People argue with that and they say it's not passive income because you put up time, you're an idiot. But the way that I view it is, look, there's been some months, like literally I've taken off for 3 months off of YouTube twice. And both of those times, I was still making money while I slept. I was in the woods somewhere in California. I was in Yosemite for like a couple weeks, and I had no internet connection, and I got out of the woods and I had made a few $1,000s. And that was like a really cool experience. This is last year. And that's when I realized like this is truly, it's very much passive income. Now, is it going to last forever? No. And that's why I would say it's 80% passive income, 20% of actual like physical work. And so I'm putting time up front on that side. And you don't have to do this either. You know, you can do blogs, you can do a number of other things, but getting eyes on you or on your business is going to help with creating more income. So if I stop putting out videos today and I don't put out a video ever again, right? I would still continue to make money next year, the year after that, the year after that, but it would probably slow down a lot. So if I stop today and I'm making $20-some thousand in ad revenue, then at this time next year, it might only be, say, $3,000 or $4,000 in ad revenue. And then if you go another year of me still not making videos, I might be only making $1,000 a month from ad revenue, and then over time, $500 a month, and then by like 2025, I might be making $100 a month from ad revenue. But it's still passive and it's still there. So that's why I do count it as passive income. It will be, so long as YouTube is around, some of my videos will be getting at least some views, at least like 5 views a day, to continue to kind of make money in the background. Now, kind of tied in with that, and we'll talk about some other ones that make your money work for you, but tied in with this channel that we can't really ignore, we have to discuss, is actually just some affiliate marketing that I'll do for different banks and brokerage firms, and even for Amazon that we'll do on my primary channel and on this channel as well. So what I mean by this is, if you're interested in affiliate marketing, I have a video that I'll put like a card for it right up here somewhere. But essentially just marketing products for businesses, getting them leads, getting people to their door. So every time that somebody signs up for a high interest savings account, right? So CIT Bank, I'll actually leave a link for them down in the description below if you're interested, because we did just talk about high interest savings accounts. But every time that somebody signs up for that, I will get a commission between $100 and $125 for every time somebody opens a bank account with them. And so it's essentially this partnership with this bank where I bring people to their door and they give me money for bringing people to their door. But it's the online version. So when you click on the link below, it will track that I sent you there. It's essentially my custom link. And so I'll get money from that. So I think it's very important to make sure that you're working with companies that you use or you trust and you believe in, and you can work very well with. I've seen people kind of go off the rails and work with companies for affiliate marketing that are just like not good companies overall, and I don't get near those. So I only want to associate with companies that are really good, solid companies that I really truly believe have a bright future for themselves. So between CIT Bank, M1 Finance, and even Amazon affiliate marketing that I'll do with them. So I haven't checked my Amazon account in a while, but it's usually between $600 and maybe like $1,200 or $1,500 a month in commissions from bringing people to Amazon, right? So every time you click on a link for Amazon, like if you go down below, you'll see like links for my camera, my gear, my studio lights that I'm using. If you click on any of those links and you buy something, anything through Amazon in the next 24 hours, I will get a percentage of the revenue from that sale. So if you buy this camera right here that I'm using, I'll get probably about $40 just for getting you to Amazon, bringing you to Amazon. So between all those, it'll add up to anywhere between, I would say, $4,000 and $10,000, $4,000 and $9,000 a month from the affiliate commissions from those. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. It depends how much I talk about them in my videos. It's usually pretty passive. Usually I just put them in the description of my videos, and I don't do a lot with that. Now there's also some other things we could talk about. One of them being dividend stocks. And this is probably like my first passive income source. And I would say generally between $0, because some months I don't get any dividend payouts, and then other months I'll get hundreds of dollars, a few $100s in dividend payouts for a particular month. So the way that this works is that if you're investing into a stock, let's take Cedar Fair, which was my first stock that I ever bought when I was 11, or it was 2009. So yeah, I was 11. It could have been 12. I think I was 11. But I bought this one share of stock, and I had no idea what I was doing. I got really lucky, but you know, like now it's worth like $50 or $60. Still not worth that much. But essentially, they'll give you a payout for if you invest into this company. So this is called a dividend. I have a video on this on my primary channel if you're interested in doing investing and getting into dividend stocks. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'll leave it like a card up here, or like the video should pop up somewhere along here if you're interested in investing into dividend stocks. But this helps pay a few $100s a month sometimes just in some extra cash payments, because if you own Cedar Fair stock and at the end of the year or every quarter, they will give you like a few percent of the money that you have invested with them, kind of as like a thank you for investing in them and making sure that you continue to reap some rewards from that company. And this works for a lot of companies like Pepsi or General Electric or PPL. A lot of these like blue chip stocks that you might see, like these old companies, a lot of them pay out dividends anywhere between 1% and close to 10% for some of them. So you know, that's certainly something that does help pay the bills as well. You can reinvest those dividends to kind of grow your investments over time as well. It's a possibility, but that's something that you might possibly want to explore. Obviously, you have to be aware, like there's always going to be risks associated with investing. Just be careful with that. But going deeper into this, another source that we could discuss is actually kind of up and coming for myself, and that is with sponsored deals with YouTube as well. So, you know, we don't have to go too in depth on that, but some of those deals will be between $2,000 and $6,000 for just mentioning a company in a video. You know, sometimes it'll be just like really quick. Other times it'll be longer form, like 45 to 60 seconds. I don't do those very often. Something I'm going to do more so in the future, just for like one video. And that's kind of shows like the power of social media and influence, and how that can really, really, you know, do a lot and make a lot of money from something that just sounds so like weird. Like you just say, hey, by the way, I use this product, and they end up giving you like a stack of cash. It's a weird idea. And the point I want to make here, guys, is that if you find yourself in a position like this, maybe you're already making a lot of money, or you're doing really well, make sure that you're saving this money and you're investing this money, and you're being smart about it, because there's a life cycle to everything. And even with my primary channel, which has maybe like 340,000 subscribers right now, there can be a time when nobody watches those videos anymore, nobody cares. I'll put out a video, it'll just not do well, it'll get like a couple thousand views for, you know, maybe like 1 million subscribers, and it'll start to go down, right? And that business will die out eventually. And so there's a life cycle to everything, and it's important to remember that so that you're able to save, invest, and prepare for the future with other business ventures. And I want you guys to remember that. That's something that I've been doing. But I've seen people who will start a business, they'll have some like passive income, they'll make $500,000, maybe even $1 million, and they'll spend all of it on like a new Lamborghini for $500,000. And then their business goes under, they start to slow down, their revenue falls, and they end up with nothing because they have to sell the Lamborghini, they have nothing to show for it after this business venture. So just remember that, guys, that's what I would suggest doing. Make sure you're saving your money, really. Let's see, there's a couple of other sources as well, but those are like the primary ones that I could really bring up. A lot of it is related to YouTube. I'm working on starting up some sites here, so I've been funneling some money into them, but haven't really seen any revenue from them because we haven't launched the sites yet, but that's something that I'm very, very excited for as well. But that's essentially kind of like what's been going on with me. This is kind of like a personal video, and it might not work for you. You might not want to do this. You might not want to make videos. That's okay. Also remember that you don't have to put your face on a video. I have a lot of friends who literally like outsource everything. They have somebody making YouTube videos for them, just kind of like a whiteboard animation video, and they're pulling in like $100,000 a month, and that's not even a joke. There are some YouTube channels out there that are pulling in millions from just outsourcing all of their content, and nobody even knows who's behind it. So that's my video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll see everybody in the next video.